We're gonna try this again.
So where we leave, we left off about after having the meetings, bringing in Rich, my manager, to meet the management team inside Geisinger. It's really important. I call it leveling. You bring in the right resource at the right time. This way you don't inundate the customer with a lot of meetings that, you know, it's great to have relationships, but bring them in when it's all valuable and you can do things that make good sense. So we had meetings that day with both sides of the house, the CIO in insurance and the executive director over on the hospital side of the house. Got to know the personalities, got to understand a lot of their objections, and most importantly, with the help of Rich, we qualified that this is a real deal. We can get this done in August, and that they were ready to move forward with us if we could meet the POC. So a couple of weeks went through, we were able to finally get the POC done. Leo came in, did the POC, did an outstanding job. Beyond just satisfying the POC, he showed the expertise of the technology and really gave the customer a comfort zone with it. So when we finally got to the point through there, we started on a parallel, actually moving paperwork. My big suggestion to everybody, use Topaz, use it quick and use it early, because we wound in with a lot of configuration errors down the road, because we had differences in the price book. Dave Haywood stepped in to help me out a lot, and Christine Perry, what a doll. I mean, she has the patience of a saint.
She does.
And yes, she does. So we had to go around through all of that process. So a couple of lessons learned. Do your Topaz early, use your CMS systems, use your systems internally, get the right configurations down. So we went into the final week of negotiations. We knew what the product was, we knew what we were going to try to accomplish, and we knew what the dollars and cents were. And like in all negotiations, you know, there comes a point in time when you hit the wall, or as I said, when the crap hits the fan. And that happened about Wednesday of the week of closing the deal, the week of the 20th, which we wanted to deal by the 26th.
Yeah.
We said it couldn't be done. But we did, and it got to the point where, because we had established management relationships in the account, Rich and I were talking, and we were working all the time in the background and back channeling in the account, and then we got to the point where Rich said, you know, we said, now's the time to call a CIO. Rich made the call to CIO, and that's when we moved the deal beyond that stumbling point. So we were able to get the deal through there. Funny story, you know, they always say, be at the account. Well, that Friday morning, I get a call from the customer. I'm in my hotel room doing my work. I get a call, can you do me a favor? I said, what's that? I need you to come over and pick up the paperwork and move it from, there's a huge campus, different locations all over. So the story of a sales guy, yeah. So I'm picking up paperwork and moving the paperwork the morning of the deal.
Whatever it takes.
Right, whatever it takes. Didn't leave, lived in a hotel at that point almost 3 solid weeks.
Yeah.
And moved the paperwork over.
Woo!
And we were, yeah, and then got the paperwork through, and then about an hour later, looking at my computer, still working in the hotel room, and voila, comes the order, close the deal.
Great job.
New opportunities we have, metrics, we know we're going after that next, but most importantly, we now are a viable vendor. They've made a huge investment in us. We've made a huge investment of them, and now we have, I think, a lot of new opportunities that we'll be exploring over the next year. And lastly, there's $1 million attached to this contract for rollout that they have within a year to spend.